So what's up, guys? So we got some really good Friday night fights coming up. I want to talk about the Kendall Holt, Lamont Peterson fight. This is going to be an interesting fight. There's going to be a lot of ifs with this fight, as far as my prediction goes. But I think this is pretty much the way it's gonna be. If Peterson really was on that shit, oh, check that out, gentlemen, check that out. If Peterman was on that shit, then it's hard to know whether or not you know, his performance against Khan, you know, if it was legit, because it's easy to pressure Khan because Khan can't fight going backwards and he doesn't really counterpunch, but he definitely can. If you pressure him, if you move him back, he can't fight backing up, so it's easy to back him up. But Holt's sitting there lying in the wait. I mean, that's his game. He waits for you to come at him. He puts both hands up, but he's kind of sneaking a peek between his arms, you know, waiting to see when you're going to leave yourself open so he can pop you. He's not the fastest guy, and he swings and misses a lot, but he's got power, so he can miss. All he's got to do is hit you one time really good. That being said, Lamont's not really that fast, and so that's the if on Peterson's part. You know, Peterson goes down too, relatively. I mean, not easy, super easy, but relatively easily. And with Holt, it seems like the more I watch interviews with him, the more I like him, because he seems like just kind of like a, you know, like a fun, goofy kind of, you know, lighthearted guy, kind of guy. But at the same time, I think what makes him likable is something that works toward his detriment in terms of fighting, and that being that his focus, his ability to focus. I mean, he admitted that he was only about 80%. Now, maybe that was an excuse, but I don't think any of us really thought that like Kaiser Mabuza was going to beat him, you know, so I don't know. I mean, I think Holt also has underrated boxing skills, in part because he doesn't always necessarily use them, and second, you know, that he's just underrated, I think, but because he's lost at times when people thought he would win. So that being said, he looks pretty focused from some of the setback interviews of him at that gym out in Burbank that I was watching on YouTube. He looks pretty focused, and I think he realizes, you know, it's do or die time at 31. You know, he still has that youthfulness ability, but, you know, mixed with a fair level of experience. But it's do or die time. He's got to win this fight. So Peterson, I don't know what to think of this guy. I mean, you know, if he comes in clean on this fight, then, you know, he might start to pressure Holt. But if Holt lands one on him that doesn't knock him out, it's going to sting him really good, and it's going to put him on the defense. Similar to the way that, you know, when Peterson fought, what's his name? Oh, Jesus. His name escapes me right now. The young Mexican guy. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Jesus. Anyways, anyhow, I think that, you know, like I said, if he's not on that, which I don't think he will be after all the drama that just went down. I think his ability to withstand a punch is gonna be like before the Khan fight, which it seemed like he was more aggressive than ever in the Khan fight. So, you know, I don't think he'll be that aggressive because A, he won't be on that shit, and B, you know, a counter punch from Holt is way different from Khan. I used to think that Khan had knockout power because of that one real strong punch that actually didn't end up keeping Maidana down, but the one where it dropped him in that first round. But after a few more fights of watching him, I concluded that he really, I think he has some power, but I don't think he's a knockout puncher. I think he's a cumulative destroyer. And so that being said, the guy's name that I was thinking of before was Victor Ortiz. When Lamont Peterson fought Victor Ortiz, after Ortiz dropped him, he kind of, he stayed in that fight. But anyways, getting back to my point with Khan, I just think that, Peterson didn't have to worry about that one punch knockout coming from Khan. But he is definitely going to have to worry about it with Holt. And I don't know. Something tells me, I don't know. I think Holt's going to pull this one out. I think we're all going to be surprised. This is a great fight for Friday Night Fights, fellas. This is good. So, anyways, I'm rolling with Holt. I think that like I said, I think Peterson's going to apply the pressure, and I just think, I don't know. I think if Holt comes in ready, he's going to be able to counter him, keep him off of him, and use a little bit more boxing skill and pull out either knock him out at some point, or if it does go to decision, pull out an extremely tight decision, a split decision win. That's it.